Welcome to today's show. We are going to be going back to basics. And one of the the interesting thing about going back to basics is that maybe you pick up something that you just didn't think about. Because I got a letter from Mary a couple of weeks ago, and she told me that she made a multi-strand necklace and she couldn't get the bail over the knot. And so I'm going to give you like a little order of operations that you can follow. And I do have a visual that I'm going to show you, but if you want like a download of it, you can go to my website, and under this show's link for November 7th, there's a little link and you can download it. So just have it as a visual reference. And let me tell you, honestly, even though I know how to do it and I could do it like basically like freehand, for some reason, I don't know why I always mess up. And if I'm using that little thing that, because there's if you're doing a 5-strand, there's like 9 like steps. And having that visual is really, really handy. So, like just download it, put it on your desk, and trust me, it will come in handy. Anyway, if you're new to this show, welcome. I'm Sandra Younger, the inventor of a cord knotting and design tool called the Knotty-Do-It-All. And let me tell you, if you don't have one, you are missing out, because it is like the fastest, easiest. It's just so much fun. It'll bring you hours of joy. And with the holidays coming up, if you're wondering what to get someone on your Christmas shopping list, let me tell you, one of these boards is like, it's perfect, and it'll just give them hours and hours of entertainment. And, I like to say that it saves you money, but, you end up buying more beads. So I don't know if that's particularly true. And you can ask questions and leave comments down below. So make sure and do that. And you can shop any of the items off to the left. So if you want to get a more in-depth description, you can check those out. And also, if you have... if you're a first time, if you've never bought anything on JTV, you will automatically get a $40 credit towards your next purchase. And on your birthday, you get $20. The anniversary of your first purchase, you get $20. And there is a Sparkle Ambassador Refer a Friend. You get $25 for every friend that you refer, and your friend gets $25. And 1% back on all purchases, 2% back with your preferred card. And that is like a JTV credit card. And if you are a returning customer after 365 days, you will get, what did it say there? It said a $30 credit. So, so technically speaking, if you bought something before, you can always apply that credit to a new Knotty-Do-It-All. Just a thought. So, and plus, if you have one, I use like 4 of them like all the time, and I've got a lot of customers that have like 4 or 5 of them. How many of you have like at least like 2? I want to see the numbers down in the comments below. But here is a brief overview of the products that are available on today's show. The first 2 items on today's show is we have, oh my goodness, the Knotty-Do-It-All original board and the travel size. These are the first 2 items. And I'll tell you guys, these 2 tools are like the ultimate in cord knotting. Not just knotting, macrame, multi-strands. And one interesting thing about the multi-strand, which it's kind of sort of a back to the basics lesson, which is going to be one of today's lessons. The interesting thing about the multi-strand is that you just make it different, because normally if you want to make a multi-strand, you need like, I guess these are end caps. See, so this one has 5 holes, so you'll need to put like 5 different like strands into each of the holes, and you'll have 2 of these. But one thing you got to think about is for every size of leather, you will need a different size of end cap. And the neat thing about this is you can use any size leather and make it as many strands as you want, just simply by wrapping around these 2 pegs like more times, less times. In this case here, I have a 5-strand, and then what you do is you put a knot here and here, and then you end up with a necklace like this. So I think it's fair to say that one of the backbone techniques of this board is the multi-strand, because you could do a tiered version. That's like the large board has the holes going down the middle. But there are so many things. I teach the moose knot, coil knot. There are over. Last I counted, there are over 60 lessons on my website, and you can, check some of the older JTV extra shows, for just, really interesting content. And some of the features, the board does come with a DVD and ebook, but, the DVD does have like just basic lessons, because there are like dozens more lessons available on my website. And each board does come with a hardware kit. And the small board, I mean, it doesn't have the tiered version, but it doesn't matter. This thing is a workhorse. I mean, we've got the bead and ring size chart. The rulers are in both inches and centimeters on both boards, and it's got like anti-slip feet, and it's made out of like really solid birch. So and you just take a look here, and then the some of the features of the larger board is it's got these wells here, and it has a groove in here so that you could lay out a bead pattern or whatnot. Let me just show you the whole thing, because it's got like these are important. If you become like an addict like I am, sometimes I work with the board horizontally, sometimes I work with it vertically. And like right in here, I usually have like a pin and a clip, depending on what kind of moose knot I want. It's just, I mean, if you know, you know. I mean, because sometimes you've got so many different projects going on at the same time that, you just want like certain, like a pin and clip set, just so you don't have to keep moving it around. But, like I said, this is a fantastic tool. And if you don't have one, then FOMO, fear of missing out, you are missing out. And I cannot say enough about it. And you'll see, during the customer show, some of the really cool and interesting things that customers have made. And let's see what else we have. Okay, so let's take a look. I'll take a look at the leather. This is a 2mm leather, and you get 3 spools, and each spool has 10 meters each. And we have some beads. I think it's the mosaic quartz and goldstone. So this leather will fit on those beads, which they're coming up in just a second. And next we have these an earring and pendant component set. And I know that I did a really, really cool lesson using the pendants on the lower right. It was a braiding lesson that I did a few months back. So you can find all the past JTV extra lessons like under the JTV tab on my website. So if you just like scroll through there, you can find it. It was a really, really cool lesson. And this set has there's 7 different styles, and you get 19 pieces in total. And next, I love these clasps. Guys, if you don't have these, you got to get them, because it's one of those things. I know a couple of shows ago, I really needed a tiny clasp, and these are so dainty. Let me see. Let me just show you how dainty these guys are. Let's see. Let's see. Can I do this? Check it out. They're so tiny. Look, I'll even put it like on the end of my finger. And one day you are going to need these, and you're going to wish that you had them. And this set has 40 in total. And the mechanism is it's just so nice. It's not one of those kind that like, those clasps that get like stuck or anything. Really well made. I really like these. And so let me see how many you get. Oh yeah, 40. You get 40 in total. And next we have the rondite and rondite in quartz. They're 2 sizes, 6mm and 8mm, and you get 5. And each of the strands are about 14 to 15 inches long. And right now, they are 48% off. So the regular price was $57.99, and they are on sale for $29.99, guys. And that is a clearance price. So once they're gone, they are gone. And I like the way they look like little planets. I really like that. And I love that shade of pink. It's so pretty. And the last item, we have the purple, the one I was talking about earlier, which I'm going to make a bracelet. I'm going to show you how to get like 2 moose knots on the end. I mean, that's just something I've never shown, but today's the day. You're going to love it. These purple mosaic and quartz with goldstone, 6 and 8mm, and they are large hole. The larger, the smaller ones are 2mm, and the leather's 2mm. So if the hole is the same size as the leather, it's not going to fit. But the 8mm bead does have a 2.5mm hole, and the leather goes through just perfectly. Anyway, so these are all the items on today's show. So if there's anything, I would say grab the leather, the beads, I mean, anything, because, I mean, some really good prices here. Um, oh, and I think I didn't mention that the pendant set is on clearance for $22.50. So anyway, if you see something you like, make sure and add it to your cart and check out at the end of the show. You know what? I was gonna try to, guys, let me know if I'm like going nuts or something, but I swear that I did uh, a show that I showed you guys how to make this necklace like a while back with this same pendant set. And the weird thing is, I went to my own website to look at all the shows and I couldn't find it. So does it look familiar to you? I don't know. Maybe I'll have to look on my Instagram page or something, but did I, or am I going crazy? Because, I thought, oh, this is really cool. And I was going to reference it. But then when I went to my own website, I couldn't even find the project. So maybe I'll have to do a little bit digging, but does it look familiar to you? So I just want to ask, because, this is one of the pendants that's on today's show. And I just wanted to, give you an idea of something else that you can do with it. But we are going to do my favorite part of the show, which is the customer show. Sylvia is from California, but it's not in the show because I didn't know at the time where she was from, but she got to me later. So when you see Sylvia and there's no state, she is from California. All right, so here we go. Our first one is a bracelet from Linda in North Virginia. First of all, I love that using the bead as a button for the end of the bracelet there. And I was telling you, just this bracelet just gives me like a beachy vibe. And that big, I guess that's the round one that looks kind of like a planet, like glass. I don't know. I've seen really interesting beads like that have that swirly thing with the glass. So, and this is macrame, very beautiful. Thank you, Linda. And next we have Susanna, Louisville, Kentucky. Oh, I forgot my apostrophe there. But look at this. This was last week's lesson. Oh, and I just think it's so pretty. I love this beautiful blue stone, and it just looks like I don't know, like a painting. So, girl, you did a fantastic job. It's beautiful, perfect, perfect, perfect. And then next we have Sabine, Germany. Guys, look at this bracelet. Isn't that just so pretty? We've got a couple of more here. And then one that's modeled, but I just love it. I could tell that it's braided, and then it's macrame, and then it's got the really cute macrame sliding knot. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at this one. We've got like the pink one with the green. Oh my God, it's just so pretty. This is like eye bleach. I just think it's so beautiful. And here's one with the bracelet modeled. Check it out. Absolutely perfect. Love it, love it, love it. And next we have Sylvia. I think this pendant is like I don't know if I'm wrong, Sylvia, jade on the end. And I like how you did the macrame and then the little with the beads on the side. It's just so pretty. I mean, I like the transition. The pendant's not wide, it's just like tapered. And then the ends that, has the macrame slide knot and the little beads on the end. So I think this is a beautiful, beautiful necklace. Thank you, Sylvia. And next we have Martijn, the Netherlands. This was interesting. I was looking at the weave and I was like, guys, I don't know how that's done, but this looks really, really cool. It's like a double row. I don't think it's a ladder stitch. I don't know what it is, but it's a mystery, but that looks really, really cool. And then next we have Laura Lee, Florida. Oh, look at this bracelet. Okay, it's got like the knotted pearls with silver thread. And then it's got it looks like an agave or a beige colored with the blue. Beautiful as always. And I like that really cool, like swirly pendant. Very, very beautiful. And then next, Martijn, the Netherlands. This one is knotted with silver thread. And I believe it looks like it's either a necklace. I guess it could be worn as a necklace or maybe a double wrap bracelet. So look at that, really, really pretty. And I like pink. Pink is one of my favorite colors. And then next we have Sylvia. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh. That is so pretty. I like the orange bead on one side with the green on the other with the little macrame like bits all along. And then it's got the macrame slide knot. Oh, I love that color combination. It's like a Southwest color. It's like a red, like green and beige with, some copper. So very beautiful. And let's see, Martijn, the Netherlands. This is another ladder stitch type. I don't know. My ladder stitches just look different than this. This is really cool. This is 1, 2. This is like 3 beads. So it's kind of like looming, I would say. But I need to figure out how to do that stitch. Very nice. Thank you, Martijn from the Netherlands. Very, very pretty. And then next, Laura Lee, Florida. Oh, guys, I love everything you make. You're so talented. The double, like a 2-tiered bracelet. And it looks like chrysocolla with, is that turquoise? Are those turquoise beads, Laura Lee? But I love it. It's got that beautiful heart. And we've got another one here by Laura Lee, which this looks like the Riverstone beads, which are like, guys, I love Riverstone. So this is like a beautiful bracelet. That's got those rectangle beads, smoky quartz, I say. And then it's got the cute little heart. Those are such cool hearts. I know I always say this, but I need to know where Laura Lee gets her stuff because it's always so unique. And then last we have Sylvia. You know what I love about this? Look at the little dangles on the leaf pendant. It's like, I think that's like a maple leaf. That is such a cool idea. It almost looks like a dangly tassel cap. And then this, I can tell this is like a variation of last week's lesson, but I mean, spot on perfect, just absolutely gorgeous. And I love the green, and I like how you used a couple of different colors. Looks like the main cord is like beige, and then the macrame part in the middle there on the bail is like a turquoise color. So, and then you did like coil knots on the end. Very, very beautiful. Anyway, guys, that is all for today. If you have anything you'd like to submit, get it to me Tuesday before the show at knottydoitall@gmail.com. You know what? I was going nuts. I said, I got to find that necklace. And the thing is, the sad thing about that necklace, well, this necklace here, is that I had made this. It was the show was October 5th of 2023. So that was over a year ago. And I had to pick like one project because I ended up going, I think I did like a leather weave, but this is braided. So, I'll just do like a little bit of a show and tell, and then we'll get into, the project. So this entire thing is braided. So I just like braided these beads on, and then I just kept on braiding and braiding and braiding. And then when I did the coil knot, I did it kind of like sideways, just like a bolo style. And it's interesting because guys, let me tell you, sometimes like if you have your hair up or if you have short hair and you're wearing like a sundress or something, I mean, even the back of your necklace can be interesting. I mean, sometimes maybe not, but there've been times where I'm like standing in line, just at the grocery store or something, and then again I look at everything. Like if there's jewelry, I'm just like, ooh. Sometimes I see like a little, like just something like an element that's cute or interesting, but it just really adds to the overall like look. But this one is just like straight braided, and I used the waxed jewelry cord in the 0.5, and it's like 6 braids in between. But like what I did on like a little bit of it, I left like a gap. And then I came in and, put a little macrame sprig right there. So that's how come, I kept seeing this and I kept looking for the lesson, and I'm like, I am going crazy because I cannot find it. Anyway, here is the order of operations, because I've given like tips and tricks on like how to like do the multi-strand, and before you just, it's hard if you have a big gigantic knot, because see this here, if you have your pendant, if you make this part first and then you try to add the pendant, there's going to be no way to do it, because the knot is too big. And that's not a bad thing. Some people are like, well, I used to be, I'm some people, because I used to think, oh, what if the pendant, it won't come off. That I don't like that. But one time I was in Tucson and I bought a beautiful, it was like a handmade ceramic pendant. I put it on there. Everything was great. I took it off one day. It fell and it broke because it just slid right off the necklace. How many times has that happened to you? And especially if you have ceramic floors and it's just something fragile, it is going to break. So your insurance is just to make sure that it cannot slide off the necklace. So that's why, I wanted to do this lesson today, so that way you can see, how to do like the 5-strand and how to get this going. Okay, so let's see what I'm going to use. Let's see what color. I'm going to use this beautiful 2mm leather cord, which is on the show today. It is so pretty. Check it out. The grays and the browns. Oh, I just couldn't decide which one to use. So I'm going to use this one. And, I noticed a lot of you guys here. I want to say hi to Susan, Julie, Christella, Laura Lee. Hey, Laura Lee. Jeanette, Linda, Robin, Rhett. And I know I saw a couple of like new people. I saw, okay, Michael. I know Michael is like an old timer. I don't mean that in that way. Terry, Ella, Adair, ¿Cómo estás? Susanna, Angela. Oh, thank you guys for joining the show, because actually without you, Karen, I see Karen, Marie. Oh my God. Thank you guys so much for joining. Anyway, so you will space it, and most of you probably already know this, but I know that, I did get a letter a couple of weeks ago and someone's like, huh, how do you do that? So you just make your, this part however long you want. I'm going to go for, this is going to be a 14-inch. And you're like, girl, it says 15. But instead of, because normally what you would do is you would put a clip here and start this way. But, sometimes I like just to work like linearly rather than having to like step down. So I'll put a peg at 1. And then I'll know that it's not 14. I need to go over 1 more. So that would be like the 14. Should I do it 14? Should I go? I don't know. I'm just going to do 15, because the thing is, I made the first one and it ended up being like longer. I like short stuff. So this one, I'm going to make it a little bit shorter. And then if it's too short, I could always add extender chain. So okay, let's go to the order of operations. Let's do this. Okay, so pendant, clasp, okay, this whole thing here. All right, so let's see. Let me see if I could like have it memorized. I wrote it down somewhere. Did I throw out my cheat sheet? Let me, oh, you know what? I'm going to cheat, guys. I'm going to like go to my own website and look at it, because I kid you not, it really helps to have that information. So let me go right there. And let me click on my cheat sheet, order of operations. Okay, perfect. Okay, pendant. And I had to use this. I had to just grab something that I made, because, I wanted to use like the one that was on the show, but there's only one of those big ones, like these guys, like in the show. And I did not want to cut this one apart, because I kind of sort of like it. Hey, Mary. All right. So you put your pendant. Okay, and then the clasp. Okay, pendant, clasp. Okay, where's my clasp? Oh, and since I'm doing like a 5-strand using 2mm, you will need like a clasp with a really big hole. So then the clasp. Okay, number 3, back through the pendant. Okay, so this is where like things start to get like weird. So you just kind of just hold it. And then I'm going to put this through the pendant, just like that. And now, whoops, go in. Now it says ring. Okay, so I'm going to, And this is like, man, let me tell you, if you don't, where's that? Do you guys see that? Oh, this thing. I think I mentioned it during the item description, but these things are, they're painful. That's all I can say, because most of the time, they won't fit. Then you put your ring on. Okay, that's 3. Okay, 4. Oops, it's the ring. And if you want to put extender chain, you can. So let's see. Oh, Linda, you know what? That's such a great question, because let me you will basically just work off the spool. I mean, because if you make it, let's say you want to make it 9 inches, or let me just get a couple of clips in here, because that's what I love about this. You don't really need to know how much cord, because you know how it goes. Sometimes you measure and then you mess up. So I'm just going to put this here. So let's say you want to make it 8.5 inches. You figure it out as right before you do that. See that? And then you just cut here and then clip. See that? Did that answer the question? So if you make it longer, that's one of the nice things about this technique. You don't even have to know. So you don't have to be bothered with, different, whatchamacallit, just more information that you could just calculate on the go. So there's the ring. Okay, now we got to go back through the pendant again. So I'm just going to hold this here and feed it through the pendant, and then through the clasp. I think, I don't know who emailed me. I have the note here. So I think it was Mary. And okay, now, see, if you don't go through see this clasp, this is where I always mess up. For some reason, I always do this, and you need to go through that ring of the clasp again. So I'm just going to hold this, and it doesn't matter what side it's on. So let's, so it's going to be clasp right there, and then through the pendant again. Ah, beautiful. See that? Beautiful. Back through the pendant. Okay, then the ring. And once you do it a few times, it's pretty you're like, oh yeah, that totally makes sense. Back through the clasp, and then you are done. In these here, the two ends don't have to go through anything, because they'll be, kind of see this? Because once you put the knot, the finishing knots on the ends, they're going to stay secure. So, oh my goodness, 30 minutes. And so what I do is I kind of pull it tight, just to make sure that everything is nice and snug. And then I'll come in here and clip this right here. And then just kind of just make sure that, because it gets rid of that extra slack. And let's get this clipped. All right. Oh no. Oh, see, I almost messed up. That is exactly why I have my cheat sheet. Follow the cheat sheet. Boy, if I had put those knots on without going through my going back through the bail, I would have been so upset. And it's happened to me one time. I don't know, I was on the air doing a live show, and then the same thing happened. So guys, I tell you, cheat sheet. And this is for the 5-strand. If you're doing a 3-strand, then, it's kind of the same thing, except, you'll be finishing sooner. So the next thing, you want to take a 9 inches of leather. And usually for coil knots, I say 5, but this is really thick leather. Remember, it's 2 millimeters. So I'm going to take 9 inches, and I'm going to cut 2. Okay, there's 1 and 2 right there. Okay, let me get rid of this. 2 inches of leather. Okay, so, not 2 9-inch strands of leather. Okay, so let's get this. And if you've never made the coil knot, because I know that after the JTV Extra Customer Appreciation event, there were a lot of new customers. So you have your 9 inches. Measure about 2 inches. Get a little 2-inch tail on there. Let's about like that. See? Okay. So that's where you're going to hold, because this is going to become your little like handle, so that you can like grasp your leather and then tighten it. So let me get a post. Then I'm just going to put that right there. Remember, 2 inches. And then I'm going to wrap 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you hold it like that. And one end will go in one way, the other will go in the other. So there's this way, and then there's that way. Okay. See what a beautiful, oh, that's such a pretty knot. Don't you guys agree that this is like, oh, I love this knot. I mean, I love I love them all. So don't tighten it yet, because, oh, my favorite glue. Oh my goodness. Can I open this? You know, I've tried every tip and trick that you guys have sent in to me for this glue, and oh my goodness, I always have trouble with it. So I'm gonna like do the bad thing. Oh, wait, let me try pliers before I do what I don't want to do. Okay. Never use your teeth. Okay. See, the thing is, this is weird. I cleaned this off yesterday, and now it's already like gotten like completely like weird. Okay, so let me get this glue off my fingers. Okay, so move your knot about right there, just to get an idea of where you need to put your glue, and just put a generous amount on all sides, just like this. On the bottom, I mean, even if you have to flip your board sideways, which I sometimes do, but I don't want to because I've got stuff on there. You slide your knot over the glue like that, and then just tighten it. And then to get it like extra tight, what I like to do is take some pliers and just come in here and just grab it, and never pull it this way. Always go like along ooh, I'm gonna do this. Ooh, I like when I see those little like these coils like twist, because you know, and then you see the glue seeping out. That means you did it perfect and right. Oh, I love it. Okay, so, and then you do the same thing to the other side. So let's do that really quick. And the, oh my goodness, I kind of have like a love, like hate relationship with super glue. I don't use it unless I'm in a room that's well ventilated, because you know that stuff can be really toxic. So if you have to make this quick, I mean, you can use super glue, but don't use gel. You need to use like the most liquidy one that you can find, because it needs to be able to like seep in and then kind of pop out. And plus, you know, you got to work quick. It's just a whole different like thing when you're working with like super glue. So 2 inches. Let's get that 2-inch tail. And then you, where did it go? You guys see, did my peg, there it is. Okay. And then you do like the same thing on this side. You just hold it 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And remember, you can make your your coil knots, like you can wrap more times. You can use a different color. I mean, there's so many like really cool things that you can do, like just to like change things up a bit. So let's do this one. Remember, don't tighten it too much yet, because you want to come in and put the your like super glue in there. And I would let it dry for like a few hours. See, that's the trade. That's the thing you got to think about. Okay, if you're making a lot of them and you need to like take it off, I don't know. I would just take it off, and then let's see. Does she got it? Do I have it here? Let's remember along. Oh, there it goes. That's one nice thing about the thicker leather. You don't have to worry about it breaking when you really crank that knot down. So I'm just gonna pretend like this is finished, but I'm not gonna trim off the excess leather until a couple of hours have passed, so that way that I know that it's nice and secure. So these, see how the ring is like in here? See that? And then you got the clasp on this side, and it's pretty much like finished. So you got your bail. Look at that. Oh, it's going to look really cool. Done. God, and I kid you not, this takes less than 10 minutes to make. So you could have like a bunch of pendants. It's just going to look fantastic. But let me see, how are we doing on time? I think we've got like some good, plenty of time left. So the other thing I wanted to show you was like, how many of you, I know that I've gotten like questions over the years. Like I try to make a moose knot on one side and a moose knot on the other, but there's always that gap. What's the secret? And you know, it for a while, I was just like, I don't know. I mean, all I know is how to make one moose knot, and maybe like with something in the middle. But I figured it out, and I'm going to share it with you. Ooh, I'm so excited! So let me get my beads down here that like fell. So just 1 second, because I was working on my project and everything kind of spilled off my bracelet that I was making. So you guys are going to have to watch me like restring this. Okay. All right, so here we go. When I made, where's that one? Okay, I made this one. And this is the nice thing about if you make something for the first time for yourself and it's either too long or too short, save it as a reference piece because they come in handy. Tag it so you know not to either get rid of it or take it apart. So this one's a perfect example. I'd never done it with the 2mm leather. Is this not focusing? What is wrong? Whoa, let's see. There we go. So I decided this was going to be my reference piece, and it ended up, when I made it, it was just a little bit too long. See? So what I decided to do on my next one is to use 2 beads less. So let me see, I'm going to use, what leather color should I use? Ooh, let's do brown. Okay. So I'm going to, not even, you don't have to measure anything yet because you're working off the spool. I'm going to put a moose knot on the clasp end. And I think I had to come in like 6 inches. And the moose knot and the coil knot, it's interesting because they kind of sort of look the same, but they're not. This is really like, so if you're not familiar with, who does anybody here not know what the moose knot is? I love this moose knot. Let's just get this on and get a peg. And I think I'm gonna go 4. So there's 2, because see, you count the loops. There's 2, there's 3, and there's 4. So does that make sense? Because you always, when you start off, there's already a loop there. So when you take the peg out, you've got that little tunnel, and you just you feed your leather through just like that. And then you tighten. And you don't want to glue it yet because the last thing that you're going to do is the gluing. Just like tighten this. Okay, now, I should have put the beads on first, but I didn't. But well, it doesn't matter. So you're going to tighten it. And tighten it all the way down, okay? Now, I think this is going to be, let me see. I don't think I need more than, I'm just going to go with 17 just in case, because I don't want to mess up. Okay, so I'm going to cut that. I'm going to come in here and cut this, a smidge, just like this. So you'll have your piece of leather with the moose knot on one end. Okay, so I'm going to string on, let's see, what was it? I think I did 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see. Maybe should I just like put it? Let me see what it is right now. And don't forget, whenever you're calculating, the clasp is always it adds to the length. Yeah, exactly. Definitely go in the direction 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I did 8. I'm just going to do 8. And then this, my cute little cross that I had to like hijack from another brace. Oh, that's looking pretty already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 8. So let's get 8 more on there. Okay, I'll do this quick because I don't want to run out of time. 1, 2, tree. And can you guys believe it's December already? In like a few weeks, it's going to be Thanksgiving. That is crazy. And I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm going to make for Thanksgiving. For some reason, I don't know why, I could never, regardless of every thing I've tried, I can never make a juicy turkey. So I think I might make pot roast. Okay, so did I get 8? Always count twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And this one doesn't have a ring. Okay, so let's see. Can I remember how I did this? Okay. So when I did this here, I put these two really close together. Okay. And one thing that I know, okay, I wasn't gonna cheat, but you will need something. I'll tell you in a minute, because I want you to be able just to use your imagination and use about anything available. So these are a little bit closer than what I normally, let me put this one in instead. So I have it half an inch apart. Why is this not focusing? Whoops. Hang on. Right there. So, and the thing is, we need to make this one I'm just going to clip it right there. See, I'm butting the end of the bead right up to the peg. I'm going to clip that part right there. And then I'm going to make this real carefully. I'm going to make so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Because we want this side to match the other side. Okay, so this is going to come out and this goes in. I always get nervous when I do this. I don't know why, but I'll get it. Oh, Plymouth plantain. And the Pilgrim really, oh my goodness. Oh, that makes me feel better. Okay, so see how I made that moose knot? So I'm going to come in here, put this right there, and now I'm going to tighten hold this and just tighten that knot as tight as I can get it. Tight, tight, tight. Now, this is okay, see how this side is kind of big and this just doesn't look right. So what you do is you scoot that over, see how it's big? And then what you do is you come in on this side, because you never want the clasp to be stiff. It always the bracelet just hangs better if there's a little bit of sway to it. So what you do is you come in here and you take anything pointy and sharp. And I purposely didn't put anything around me because I just wanted to improvise. So I'm going to use a knotting awl. So what you do is you put it back in to this hole right here. And then you start to expand that out. See that? So when you make this, when you start to make this bigger, see how it gets tighter? See that? And then it closes those gaps. So this loop will get more visually pleasing. And then this thing will be extended out. So you're basically squishing the knots back together. Did you get that? Did it make oh my God, look how cute that is. I think it's done. And this is the only time that I will use definitely 100%, no questions asked, use super glue, but not gel, because since you couldn't get the glue inside the knot before you slit it, you're gonna have to hold this up like this and then get the glue right in here so it'll seep down, and then do the same thing on this side. You put your a drop of glue, super glue, hold it, and then that's going to oh, that looks so pretty. Oh, I gotta try it on. So let me cut this off. I'll put the glue on in a second. You know what? I'm gonna polish that that cross. Let me. I love polishing stuff. Oh, look at that. It just makes it sparkle. It's funny. My sister, She loves polishing. I think we came from a polishing family because when we're in Tucson, I mean, she will literally go around looking for people that need their jewelry polished, and she'll do it for free just because she enjoys doing it. Kind of like that movie, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Remember where he worked on a ship and everyone was like, oh my gosh, how do you, oh, that's cute. Whoa. Oh, aren't they, Kim? Oh my God. If I carry these in my purse because I just love them. Look at that. It just gives it like, okay, let's polish something together. It just makes everything sparkle. Ooh. I gotta like, ooh, look at that. Ooh, I just love that little extra like sparkle of shine. Okay, so let's get it on. Let me get a scrap of thread because I think I'm gonna have trouble getting this bracelet on. So if you guys don't know this trick, if you can't get your bracelet on, just put like some thread. Check it out. You just hold it like this. And I don't know, it's like magic. Did I do it the right way? Oh, I didn't. Ah. Huh. Oh, well, my cross is not facing the right way. Is that right? Is it now? Yeah. It's like crazy. I mean, it just by making it longer, it just makes it like easier to get on. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, let's get that. See that? It's so weird. Okay. Hook it. Come on. I think it got stuck. Ah, perfect. Ah, look how cute. Oh my gosh. I just love the daily bracelets. Okay, so these I made yesterday. So like, let me, oh my God, look how cute that is. Ooh, that looks so pretty. Now I have to go out to lunch so I could wave at people, just so I could show off my bracelets. Isn't that cute, guys? Anyway, do you guys have any questions? Oh my God, right, Gina? Like, okay, what, I see something. So let me see. Someone's asking a question. Like 1 second. Okay, Sandra, when you are, let's see. When you refer to faux leather for making a slider, are you referring to wax cotton cord? No. Let's see if I have a bracelet here that, oh. No, the reason is you cannot melt cotton because anything that's synthetic, you can melt it into like a ball. And when you're making a coil knot, if you melt the ends, you know, I made something yesterday. I wish I, woo, let me see if I have something here. No, it's because cotton doesn't melt into like, it doesn't melt. That's one of the benefits of using the faux leather. But one thing you can do, because I know a lot of people are like, but I love the look of like waxed Irish linen, cotton cord. So you can make the whole necklace out of the waxed Irish linen or the cotton, but you can do the finishing knots out of a synthetic. And that's just like the best of both worlds. So you get that organic look, but the finishing knots, which is it's the part that like keeps it together, is made with a synthetic, and that means it's going to be stronger, it's going to last longer. It's like phenomenal. I wish I had something here. Oh, I just don't have anything handy that just this one? I do. Oh, perfect. I'm glad I had this necklace. Okay, see this. Look at this. This is a coil knot. And so I made the coil knot, and then I carefully melted these into balls, and that will keep the knot from coming apart. So those little balls on the end are really important. So yes. So let me see, any other questions? Let's see. Love that design. Love it. Oh, gorgeous. 10 minutes. Isn't that? I know show off lunches, right? Oh God, that sounds so embarrassing. Yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll just do that. I'm gonna just go embarrass myself because I love this. Let's see what any red Sandra sells. Oh yes, I do have a faux leather. Oh, thank you. This was Joan. This was 1985. Oh, did I miss out on something? 1985. Tell me. I want to know. I want to be in the, am I out of time? Oh my goodness. I got like 8 minutes. So if you guys have any questions, I suppose I could like try to do something. I'm going to do something like pronto. Okay. So you saw how I did the multi-strand? Oh, what necklace? Oh, my necklace. Let's talk about my necklace. Let me get this off. Hang on, guys. I'll talk about my necklace. All right. Let's see. Now let's do it. This one, this is a moonstone, because I got into silversmithing, which I absolutely love, and I made this. This is, man, guys, you're gonna think I'm weird, but let me tell you the story about this crazy pendant. This is a moonstone, and the night that I made this, the moon was so bright outside, it was insane. So with my camera, I took a picture of a shadow that was against the wall that was reflecting off a plant. So I shrunk it down in Photoshop and I printed it, and then I transferred the shadow to the back of the pendant, and then I cut it out. So it's I don't know, maybe that's corny. I don't know, but I just thought it was really cool. So it just reminds me, it was like the moon, and then the shadow of the moon was like on the back there. So what I ended up doing is these what are these beads? The labradorite. So because labradorite is so glowy, and it's kind of like a sunset in Tucson. Oh my goodness, Tucson has the most incredible sunsets. And then I had these are like some kind of like opals. And this is braided. So, I put my moonstone pendant with my, little symbolic like reflection. And this necklace, it just has like meaning to me. The only thing that I regret is that I didn't like etch the date on it. I wish I had, but so this one's all sterling silver, and it's just one of my favorites. It's just like really, really pretty. So it's opal, labradorite, moonstone, and handmade sterling silver. And let's see, what else can I talk about? I've got 5 minutes. In case you're wondering, this one, oh my God, this is like, I love this. This is like crazy. Look how cute that is. This one is knotted, and this one was actually kind of like easy. Maybe I'll do an order of operations on this one too, because you use your griffin. Do you guys want me to do that? Like, God, because you start off like doing, doing, and then all I heard the sound effects. But this one is like knotted. Like, isn't that like adorable? Look how pretty that is. I went to a beach show this past weekend, and no one could believe that was knotted. Someone's like, "Oh, I like your bracelet," and he looked at it closely. He's like, "Those are knots," and I'm like, "Yep." So, what are these? I think they're opals. I'm not sure. I think they're you know what? I don't know. Dainty. And then, this one is like just a regular. This one, oh, I just love that one. And this one is just 2 moose knot, put them together, and then I put a macrame slide knot with little right, the show and tell. This one, of course, you guys know I just made it. And this one, somebody was like selling these little bag of Sleeping Beauty turquoise. And I love Sleeping Beauty. I haven't finished this yet. I just made this a little while ago while I was waiting for the show to start. And it's got like the coil knot here. And what I did was I knotted it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some big fluffers. I'm going to make tassels for the end, but I want them to be like bold and like chunky. So it just like, it's like opposite of, how cool and dainty the middle part is. And for this one, I used the flat waxed cord. It just like happened to fit the whole, but isn't that cute? I know, right, Joan? Sleeping Beauty. And they were honest with me. They're like, this is, the guy's like, well, it's Sleeping Beauty, but it's like the end of her nap type Sleeping Beauty. So I don't know if the mine is closed or if they're just not mining or if they haven't found anything. So those of you that like know more about turquoise mines than I do, let me know. And so any other questions? Oh, thank you, Crystal. And you know, guys, I want to thank you guys for like watching the show, commenting, sending your beautiful pieces in, because if it wasn't for you, there wouldn't be a show. Because I mean, can you imagine like going on and like not having any views? So let's see, is there anything else that I haven't covered? So don't forget the leather is a great price. Don't forget to use your Brilliant Cash, the stainless steel lobster clasp, because let me tell you, you never know when you're going to need like that dainty clasp. Because in case you guys remember, like a couple of weeks ago, I made a necklace live on the show and I really needed a dainty, tiny clasp. And I don't know, I had to like root through my stuff here, but it would have been nice if there were some for sale. But look, oh, I don't think I showed them to you. Look how tiny they are. It's not like this is like, let me show you the difference between so this one is 1 inch. Yeah, this one's 1 inch. Look at the difference. These are itty bitty. These are probably, I think there are ones that I use that are even smaller, but you know, you've got to have these in your like stash of like goodies. Anyway, I think it's time to say goodbye. And thank you guys. I love you. Thank you for watching the show, and I will see you next week. And I hope you learned something. All right, guys. Bye.